I feel like knowing how to dress, knowing what style to have can be really overwhelming sometimes. I feel like everything is an aesthetic, everything is a core, and you have to put yourself in one of those boxes. However, what if we asked the stars for guidance? What if we consulted Venus herself, goddess of love and beauty? How do we master this? Hey angels, welcome to my channel. My name is Jay, and what we're doing today is I'm going to be teaching you guys how to dress for your Venus sign. This will go as deep as telling you what style you are destined for. We're going to be breaking it all down. I'm going to be making it so easy and so simple. Honestly, babies, you're going to be looking so fine. So let's start off simple. Let's break it right down, strip it right back. What is your Venus sign? So in astrology, your Venus sign represents your approach to love and beauty and your values. And the reason this is relevant is because it influences your sense of style, personal aesthetics, and the type of beauty that you're drawn to. But Jade, why is this beneficial? I'll tell you why. It's basically aligning your outward appearance, so how you physically look, with your energy of how you express love, beauty, and pleasure. And ultimately, this is going to create a harmony between your inner and outer self and make you feel more confident and just more magnetic as a person. It's going to make you feel so much more in tune with who you are as a person. You're going to project confidence and effectively be drawing people in. It's that magnetism. People are just automatically going to be more drawn to you. Venus rules your self-worth and how you treat yourself. So it's going to encourage you to nurture yourself better and celebrate your beauty and make you feel good inside. Like I say, it's breaking down those barriers between your physical and your spiritual self. So how do you find your Venus sign? If you don't already know your Venus sign, then what you need to do is create a natal chart. That sounds so much more complicated than it actually is. All you need to know is 3 things: when you were born, where you were born, and the time that you were born. And then from there, you can generate a natal chart. I'll leave a link down below of just a really good one that I use. But if you put in all of that data, it will literally calculate it for you. You don't have to do a thing. And I appreciate that not everyone might know the exact time you were born. I personally don't, which really annoys me. It's okay if you don't, because Venus can stay in a star sign for 30 days. So even if you don't know the time that you were born, it should be okay. I just generally put 12 a.m. and then calculate it from there. And then once you've put in all that data and you've calculated your natal chart, you'll be able to go down and find what star sign Venus was in when you were born. And this is how to calculate your Venus sign. So you've got your Venus sign. Now what? Don't worry, girlies. I've done the next part too. What I've done is a small breakdown of each of the star signs in terms of how they should be styled under the Venus sign, which I'm going to go through now, and I'll put all the timestamps down below. So if you know what star sign you are, you'll be able to click straight on that timestamp and find where you fit in into the video. So we'll start off with fire signs. So fire signs are very bold, daring, and confident, so you can really embody that energy in your own style, and you probably feel it within your own kind of energy too. There'll be a little driving force within you that you're like, yes, that makes sense. So if you have Aries in your Venus sign, this sign is dynamic and edgy, and it would suit you best to go for functional looks. Anything that is sporty will probably suit you, or anything that you can generally easily move around in, because it's a very forward moving kind of energy. Key items to incorporate would include leather jackets, combat boots, reds and metallics, a little bit punky, I think edgy but comfortable. If you have Leo in Venus, Leos are very much the showstopper. They're center stage. You can take a lot of influence from regal figures, think very statement outfits, and things you can include might be gold accents, sequins, dramatic silhouettes, or big accessories like some big earrings or a big handbag. And it doesn't have to be eccentric. They're there to make a statement. If you have Sagittarius in Venus, that style is usually very adventurous and bohemian. Think things like flowy fabrics or prints, relaxed items that you can easily layer. Generally, earthy tones work really well for a Sagittarius in Venus. If you have an earth sign in Venus, These are typically classic, refined, or very luxe aesthetics. So if you got Taurus in Venus, style is generally elegant and sensual. So think both comfortable but quite luxurious, things that look quite expensive. Things like silk blouses, cashmere sweaters, a pair of like really nice tailored trousers, and go for rich, deep tones like a chocolate brown or an emerald. They work really well. If you got Virgo in Venus, you generally do well with minimal or very polished clothing. Think timeless outfits with very clean lines. In neutral tones, things like structural blazers or crisp shirts work really well. Again, tailored trousers work great. If you got Capricorn in Venus, the style is generally very sophisticated, very professional. Think elevated classic pieces like pencil skirts, trench coats, anything that's got like a nice high quality fabric. And colours like black, grey and dark green work really well. If you got an air sign, this tends to be generally trendy, versatile and creative. So if you got a Gemini Venus, this is very playful and eclectic. Experiment with different things, experiment with different styles, try different patterns, colours and layering. That all works really well for that kind of fun, youthful, playful energy. And you can probably get away with things like funky accessories, like hats and funky shoes. If you got Libra in Venus, then more chic and romantic style can work really well. Think elegant pieces, flowy dresses, tea dresses, pastels and romantic femme. If you got Aquarius Venus, you can really get away with some quirky and futuristic looks. Things that are generally considered bold or unconventional can work really well for you. Think metallics or just really unique, interesting pieces. Statement prints can work really well for you, or having like a statement style, like a vintage aesthetic. If you got a water sign, these are generally emotional, intuitive and very free-flowing. So if you got Cancer as your Venus sign, this is a very soft and comforting energy. So think cozy vibes, soft knits and delicate florals. Colours like pale blue and ivory work really well, and pearl accessories work really well. If you got Scorpio in Venus, then there is a mysterious and edgy vibe to you. So things like black leather, sheer fabrics, colours like reds, blacks and purples can work really well for you. And if you got Pisces in Venus, Pisces are generally very creative. Think a very dreamy and ethereal aesthetic, so very flowy and whimsical. Think maxi dresses, very romantic boho vibes, and colours like blues and greens can work really well for you as well. And there we have it. So it's dead simple to dress for your Venus sign. I hope that you guys found this useful and just enjoyed sort of a brief overview of different kinds of ways you can kickstart your dressing for your Venus sign journey. And what you can do from here is go out and just research the star sign that's under your Venus sign, research about it, research about the energy that it has, because ultimately that energy is also inside of you and that can come through in your clothing. So if you've got, for example, Aries in Venus, you know Aries, they're very bold, very outspoken, very headstrong, and you can really present that in the way that you dress yourself, and that might encourage you to then embody some of that personality. You know, maybe you're a bit more reserved, but actually when you put these clothes on, it gives you the confidence to step into that kind of personality and develop your own confidence within being more like that star sign, if that makes sense. If you would like more on dressing for your Venus sign, then I could also do a deep dive into the different elements, so a deep dive into your fire signs, water signs, etc. if you want to know more of how you should be dressing, or I can do it for individual star signs, that's not a problem, and I can build you your own mood boards. I don't know, let me know down below what you guys would like to see. Have a guess at which Venus sign you think is mine. It'll be very interesting to see what you guys think. But I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for joining with me today. I hope you beautiful people have a lovely day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!